All right, y'all. So we back. We talking about this a little more. Now I want to talk about, to start this out before I go to the clips. I want to kind of highlight some things that are used to science against us blacks as a people in general. Now, weed. With us, it makes a lot of us less productive, so on and so forth. Now, I said a lot. I ain't say, oh, don't come on here talking about how it's medicated, this, that, and the other. Lean. Somebody asked me the other day, have I ever sipped on some lean? I said, hell no. I said, why would I do that to myself? And it's comments like that that cause these puppets of the racists who hate us to call people like me a lame. Some of us drink too much. Drinking is kind of different, but some of us just overdo it. You can't even go to work in the morning because you're too drunk at night. They had a problem with Kevin Samuels because Kevin Samuels was letting these women know about themselves and they were listening. So they had to get rid of him. And it's like a lot of us didn't appreciate what he brought to the space until he was gone. Now, let's go to some clips, y'all. Over-sexualization. Now, they do this a little bit amongst other races, like the Mexicans have Shakira. But they don't do it like they do now with the Sukiyamas and the Sexy Red and the Glorilla and the Meg Thee Stallion and all of them. It's like they making sex like it's a job, like you getting paid they getting paid to do it. I'm sure they escorting, and they even talk about it. They selling coochie or whatever. But let's go to these clips, man. Let's go to these clips. That's why I say there's black people and there's niggas. Notice the racists who thought that they owned us, that's what they called us. But now I use it to describe people who are bucking against us as a group. When I use it, it's usually not positive. They try to use it in a positive light because that's their way of saying, yes, massa. Yes, massa. Whatever you want me to call, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it, massa.
Lost Wisconsin Badger Care Plus.
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that...
You are not saved if they continue in faith and love holiness with self-control. That means read your scripture and quit playing with your... That's crazy.
I would have been... Oh, okay.
That's the problem. See, like I said before, a lot of people is like spiritual criminals. You know how the criminal always wants to get away with whatever they choose to do. It's like people are like that spiritually. They want to live for the devil in every way. Remember, the devil come to steal, kill, and destroy. So if you glorifying killing, guess where you showing us where you stand. You showing us where you stand. If you glorifying killing, you showing us where you stand. Because the devil comes to steal. So if you glorifying stealing, or you living a life of stealing, if your boy died, take them angel wings off his back. If he died stealing, or he died because he was stealing, take them angel wings off that shirt. The devil comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And the devil likes to start with us.
So when you show your whole tits in my camera, right? Like,
Recreational use only, but let's add this. Even though they recreational use only, proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. Urination is supposed to be a pleasant experience. But it's not going to be a pleasant experience if you don't proceed with caution with your recreation. You might need to drop that 300 and get that test. And you know, tell them like this. Hey, look, I'm clean. I want to make sure you clean. I don't want to catch nothing. If they got a problem with that, they trying to burn you. These women evil, man. Some of them, they don't like men. They want to burn you. They want to give you herpes. They want to give you gonorrhea. And then a lot of them are married and don't like men, or they want convicts. They want, look, some of them want simps, little church simps that do everything they say. But some of them, they ain't gonna want them for too much longer. But some of them, that's what they want at the moment. Or they want convicts, drug dealers, robbers, people who commit crimes out here and terrorize the community. That's what they like, man. Did you watch part 1?
you think a man is gonna sit down and be like, damn, that's wifey one day?
Hell no! That's how you get across that.
Notice who they showing.
So what you gonna sue me?
Yeah, 'cause I'm drunk.
You pull your titties out in my camera in public.
I'm ready.
So they got guys like him to make light of him. See? I'm funny. And I'm funny. I'm funny. Like they don't want. Watch this, watch. See, when they allow a black man to preach, one has to ask. Due to his popularity, he's very popular. You have to ask, is he controlled by them? And them meaning them peoples. Because why is it that every time we see somebody that's popular on YouTube, popular on social media, that's how they face look? Like, where's the seriousness? I mean, I could see laughing and joking around. I do a lot of that. But all the time, man, like every time you got a mic, this how your face look. And then these women, so down the line, 2-3 years from now, when she ready to change her ways, and some dude start liking her, and he sees this video, what could she even say? Because people don't want to admit it, but you are what you did every step of the way. Even if you try to go to church, the things you did, you may do them again. So anybody that tries to marry you has to consider that. If you was a tease before you got married, you liable to be one when you get married. If you was a hoe before you got married, you liable to be a hoe when you get married. So, I mean, let's just face it, guys. Y'all want kids, y'all want a family of your own, but these ain't that type. These coquettes ain't that type, man.
You gotta pay me
My boy, I can't ability.
when you can't post the music that you ain't pay for. Copyright. That's my thing.
So she looks good enough, but she acts horrible.
But her end is as bitter as wormwood and as sharp as a two-edged sword.
That mean that feel good, but it's gonna get you in the long run. It's scripture. It's like I'm making up.
Wait, hold on. We got to play that again.
I'm not giving my own version of it. Everything I said is exactly what they meant right there. I'm interpreting scripture because I was brought here by the Lord to save all the sex and red type. They ain't gonna understand that Greg reading it.
That's true.
They need me to tell them, look, STD put the heifer.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back.
It's a two-edged sword.
That means that feel good, but it's gonna get you in the long run. It's scripture.
Listen to him, y'all. He said it feel good, but it's going to get you in the long run. It's going to get you in the long run. So choose wisely. Be patient and utilize self-control, y'all.
This ain't, I'm making up.
No, but you're giving your own version of it.
I'm not giving my own version of it. Everything I said
Look.
is exactly what they meant right there. I'm interpreting scripture because I was brought here by the Lord to save all the sex and red type. They ain't gonna understand that Greg reading it.
That's true.
They need me to tell them, look, STD put the heifer. Your womb is polluted because
Wait, hold on. Give me a second.
you thought for yourself.
Greetings, your polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk. We are here to report fake news. Fake news indeed, that Sexy Red has decided to go out like Megan Thee Stallion. She's decided to stop thoughting it up and to be a respectable role model. Why? Because her children are watching.
And then, y'all, so they think they gonna catch a rich dude. Yeah, he might play with you, but he ain't gonna leave his wife for you. He might play with you a little bit, but he ain't gonna leave his wife for you. I mean, and that's just how it be. See how the dude came in there, was looking, then he left.
That's why.
Sir, I said it, sir!
What have we got here? Comedian, private joker. I admire your honesty.
No, but the truth is that she has continued to prove why the lowest common denominator in today's society gets all of the applause. And Sexy Red has done something that a lot of folks don't understand.
Not married, trigger finger. She throwing every avenue that she was put here to mislead in this little clip.
She's blurred the lines between performance art and life. You see, Sexy Red really lives it that way. Like Brother Tariq said, Sexy Red is just here, living her regular hood life, getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And the grand spectacle is what we line up to watch, what we line up to see, what we line up to criticize over and over again. This is nothing but a modern day minstrel show.
Yeah. And y'all getting these chicks pregnant. And what you think gonna happen? She has no self-control. So what you think gonna happen? She gonna attack you, and then when you jack her butt up, you gonna be back in jail, Mr. Felon. And I'm not, shout out to the felons that changed their life around. But those of y'all that want to continue to create new felonies, I just thought I'd stop by and tell you that you the white man's B.I. Titch. The racist white man who's insecure, who don't want you to rise up and pass them up. You are their B.I. Titch. I just thought you should know that. While you got this tattoos all over you, acting like you tough, switches on your guns, I just wanted to stop by and tell you that you, the Indian who has 5 and 6 businesses in your neighborhood, while you, a black dude, come past, you say, you know where you is, and you try to do something to them, but you don't do nothing to them Indians that's taking all of that money that you could be making positively for you and yours. You don't say nothing to them because you are their B.I. Titch. And the Klan don't need to be the Klan. Because they got you to be their Klan. Black Klux Klan. We hear about terrorism in other parts of the world, but they don't do nothing about the terrorism that go on every day in the United States, in particular amongst us blacks. You know why? Because they want that. See, anyway it go, they put the drugs in your neighborhood, you gonna sell them. But when the drugs is in other countries, now they got a little more competition for those. So, and they know, yeah, listen, okay. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. And it cost him his life. But see, now they got a new slavery, man. They got a whole book of laws that if you break those laws, watch this, you gonna be plain nigga again. You gonna be a slave all over again. All over again. You gonna be making license plates. You gonna be eating ramen noodles that are known to clog your arteries and cause diabetes. It's almost like, remember Super Mario? Remember like the video game like Sonic Super Mario where you just had to get past all of this stuff that could kill you. That's what they doing to us, man. And y'all can't see it. They giving you the music. They giving you the movies. They giving you the mindset. They keeping they not promoting you thinking for yourself. And even though you might play Call of Duty or watch a horror movie, they don't want you to think for yourself. They want you to act like you in the game and fulfill those things so they can lock you up, so they can keep the numbers down. Heck, they don't even want me to talk about this. That's why they shadow banned my video. But I'm going to talk about it.
Now, there'll be tons and tons of folks saying, hey, let Big Sexy have her due. Let Big Sexy have her money. Let Big Sexy do it.
No, I'm not going to go to the male rappers because that's just too easy. Maybe later. Maybe later. I've already did countless videos on them. They might as well start talking like a slave, man. Yes, sir, boss. Coming right away, boss. I know it's powerfully thirsty. I know you're powerfully thirsty, boss.
Bad. Y'all been looking bad. Y'all been looking bad. Your baby daddy's been making y'all looking bad. Y'all all been looking bad. Your husband's been making y'all look bad. All y'all been looking bad already. I am not the reason that y'all look bad. I do not represent y'all. Y'all represent yourself. I am not your representation. Suki Hana is not nobody's representation. Child.
So basically they took the men out of the home. And then they said, okay, we got the men out the home. Now let's corrupt the women. Let's get them to go against what the Most High created them to be. Let's make them 304s. Let's make them unsubmissive. Let's make them disrespectful. So the good guys won't be there for the kids.
Why would y'all even want me as representation? Y'all need representation yourself.
But see, there's a two-way accountability. Yes, they're right. Your kids should not be watching it. But if you know it's wrong and you're doing it...
The reason why they get away with this stuff is because we against each other so tough. We against each other so tough that they can put whoever in front of us. And a lot of us going to be dumb enough to try to be like them and to follow in their ways and their footsteps. You know how many women I see that look and act like Sukiyama in Milwaukee? And they be having good jobs too, some of them. Done been to school to be a nurse, all type of stuff. But a dude that don't make money, which, listen, Milwaukee is on practically every list. The state of Wisconsin, the city of Milwaukee, worst place for blacks, right? So when they start targeting men with money, the white guy, being that Wisconsin is so segregated, these white guys ain't gonna want them. So what's left for them? They want a guy with all his money. What's left? Drug dealers. Because Wisconsin is an extremely racist place where you practically have to, like, you have isolated cases where people got good jobs that's not city or county or state. But for the most part, a lot of us don't even have a criminal record. And if we don't go to the county, city, state, we a lot of times get bypassed for a lot of these jobs. Don't come on here telling me about the little 2 or 3 people that this don't apply to. How many of us is here? That's what I thought.
Anyway, well, Ben, you're just as bad. You're just the devil we know, and not the devil we don't know. But to her latest shenanigans, yes, Miss Hood pregnancy herself. You see, Sexy Red knew that she could make money off of being pregnant, and she capitalized off of it.
So, man, this. So again, Wisconsin is segregated. The whole entire Midwest is segregated. The South, for the most part, is segregated. But what's weird is it's done flipped. Yeah, the South is still segregated, but it's not as segregated as the North. So with all of these things going on, all these distractions, and again, this video is about the reasons and some of the people that contribute to us finishing last. Think about it. You got women leaving their husbands left and right. He cheated on me. They claim to be black women, but they know nothing about their history or the women that might be in their ancestral line who were part of some man's harem, even going back to biblical day. But now it's, he cheated on me. So now you don't move your kids away. You got your kids around this weirdo who really should be going somewhere making his own kids with somebody that don't got none. You got your kids around him instead of around their father. And you trying to punish their father for getting some. In a lot of cases, people done broke up with guys because they was looking. If you broke up with your husband over porn, then you broke up with him because he was looking. So basically, you took your kids away from their dad. And matter of fact, were you denying him? And if so, how many times? Were you acting lazy? Were you thinking about that dude you was in love with before him? See, all of this stuff I'm talking about are the many reasons why everybody is passing us up. Even the cowboy movies. What they did was, with our grandmothers and great-grandparents, They was watching John Wayne, who didn't even like black people. And all the rest of them cowboy films. Then they turned the cowboy films into Superfly and the blaxploitation movement. Then they went from the blaxploitation movement to Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, New Jersey Drive. Then they went from that to Belly. And then y'all notice crime. Feed those ends crime. To the point where your brain can't decipher it, like you trying to live like that. Crime in the music, crime in the movies. And guess who will get locked up the most? You guessed it. The ones who are the least of the populated groups. Then they put these type of people in front of us, man.
Listening, does anybody who knows really believe that she really loves that booty hole brown lip gloss that she's trying to push? Does anybody really not believe that she had those venereal diseases that she was?
Anybody want? There's the new money.
Attention.
Attention.
Right. Attention means more money, more influence, more power, more strong.
Everything glitter ain't gold, y'all. Y'all notice some of them thoughts? They actually be looking decent with decent shape. So now, look, I said I wasn't gonna mention. Now, they won't let Tupac rest. Now they got Tupac dissing Kendrick Lamar. You got Glorilla getting arrested for drunk driving.
Miles y miles están cambiando Spectrum Internet. Veamos por qué.
Mira, Clarissa, con Spectrum.
Glorilla. She was arrested for driving under the influence in Gwinnett County. The 24-year-old rapper from Memphis allegedly failed a sobriety test after running a red light in Suwannee.
Do you know who I am?
No. Okay.
I will be willing to commit to fill sobriety test.
Yeah.
Once you start this evaluation, I don't want you to stop. Do you understand?
Now let me know when it's time.
No, ma'am, that's on you.
You gonna trick me?
No, ma'am, I explained it to you.
Can you say it with me while I do it?
It's on you.
Because I don't want to mess up and you...
When you drive drunk, it's like you are putting yourself now she has to know that she's not right with God. But when you drive drunk, it's like you putting yourself and everybody else on the road in danger. You're putting everybody in danger. Everybody.
You've never been to jail?
Flashback. You ever had your heart broken?
One time.
Black people always going to jail, but who keeping score? Every race does.
And that's why I am how I am today.
You ain't really getting nobody a second chance?
Because everybody, I just feel like everybody like that. Because at the end, like...
What you mean everybody like what?
I got a lot of friends, I got best friends, I got cousins, and I see how dudes act. All of them got the, like, it's a common denominator. Like, they ain't...
Come on, Glow, come on now. I'm not finna let you sit up here and do this.
That's what it is.
That ain't nothing what it is, no, it ain't. The hell no.
Look at her little caramel water balloons hanging out on the side. See, they do that on purpose, man. They get girls that's not bad looking. And they practically destroy them and use them to destroy others. I'm telling you, man. And y'all, and this was crazy. They get y'all to vote, right? They get y'all to vote for globalism, for the globe. Why would any black person vote for globalism when even in this country we can't get our proper place? But you want to include all these other nationalities, they're going to push us clean out the door. But y'all steady trying to vote for Biden, and I ain't trying to, I'm giving you a lesson in this. They both are have their evils, but at least with the conservative side, it's gonna slow everything down, and it's gonna be more nationalism. Whereas with the Democratic side, it's gonna be more globalism. Think about it. Look at what they did with the migrants. Look at what they did with the wall that he was building. Look how they try to, think about it. When Trump was in office, right, how many people did he send to other countries to get in their business? Not many. How many did Biden send? Did Biden send more than Trump? Y'all see the point I'm making? No. They claim to be in favor of us. But if you look at their record, even going back to Clinton, some of the laws he passed are, you know what? All the people that's over here now getting rich, a lot of them can thank Mr. Bill Clinton, former President Bill Clinton. See? Because he gave us, as blacks, he gave us the 3 strikes rule, but he gave them free enterprise. But y'all still voting for Democrats, though. You know what, man? I'm going to just tell you flat out. Either you shouldn't vote at all, or you should be voting for a Republican president. Now, you, of course, you don't want the Congress and the Senate to be one-sided. You want one to have one to have the other, and let them hash it out. But you always should have a true conservative as president, or even someone with highly strong conservative beliefs. Think about it now.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs.
You gotta understand what's happening in this world, man. That man, whoever he is, that man, he got some type of influence over his woman, and most of y'all ain't got no influence over y'all woman. Most of y'all women run the streets in a way that's not respectable to you.
Pretty much. So they feed us. Because you eating, whether it's food or it's a lifestyle. Lifestyles are eating as well. You're always eating, either spiritually or naturally or both. So when you consume television and video games and all these things consistently, that where you doing things that if you did it, you're going to be locked up. It's like these things are going to make you worthless. They're going to take away your productivity. They're going to take away your goals. They're going to take away your drive. Just like if you watching porn all the time, or you watching people like Sukiyama, Sexy Red, shaking their booties all the time. It's like, it's going to create, if you're not careful, it's going to create the desire for more. So now you ain't doing nothing productive for the Most High, for you, or for your kids. If you always on the block with dudes who don't think right. Like, one of the hardest things for me was to stop going around them friends. And the reason why I stopped going around a lot of them wasn't because I thought I was better than them. It's because I didn't want to continue to live in those ways that they were continuing to live in. Now think of how many people, if they made the decision like that, would still be alive, wouldn't be in jail. I ain't never been in jail. But it ain't because I ain't never did nothing. And then it's another thing. Every time you look, we argue. We argue. See that? Bill Haney explodes on Floyd Mayweather in heated argue. Black dudes finally get up with money and they either hang around dudes like him, they get like this, or they get like this. But y'all notice how every time they make one of us rich, it's like nothing is done to build up the group. But when I look at other races, I see the total opposite. Just like this, I wouldn't doubt if that's true. Tia Mowry destroyed marriage for a reality show. Say it ain't so. Let's see what this says.
Discover customer service. This is Maya.
Oh, hi, Maya. You robots are sounding more human every day.
One moment you're relieved, feeling like you've conquered something significant.
Moving on. And this chick right here is doing damage.
Okay, I'm just getting off work, and I had some time in the office when I wasn't doing
Drizzle,
anything.
drizzle, y'all.
So
Drizzle,
kind of do some
drizzle.
research on the soft guy era, because my last video, I was kind of like, I don't even know what the soft guy era is. I had daddies and uncles and grandpas, and they wasn't soft. But now that I've done my research,
What do you got?
I now understand what the soft guy era is, and it is so hilarious to me. So hilarious to me.
Here's another thing that's going on. Every time black men choose positivity in some way, here they come. The Klan's spokeswomen. Here they come. They sat and watched white men for hundreds of years go overseas, get passport. But when the black dudes start doing it, now everybody want to talk down on them. They simps, they beta male, they this. Just like drizzle, drizzle, nobody was saying nothing with sprinkle, sprinkle. Now they saying something with drizzle, drizzle. See, these women don't want to help. They just want to sit there. They like Black Ram say, they want to be chaotic. They want to be chaos goblins. They don't want to help you, man. You can be riddled in debt. You can be finna get your lights cut off. They ain't gonna do nothing. Or if they do, they're gonna shout it to the mountaintop. And they're gonna call you every name in the book. And some of these are so-called wives. Because they want you to do everything.
You feel mad that these men are turning this around you.
So I'm seeing a lot of videos about the drizzle community
See what I'm talking
in
about?
my For You page.
Look how many people
Honestly,
talking about
I
it.
am so glad that men just like have stopped pretending.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather dusty men know their place
She trolling. But anyway, let's hear what she got to say.
and own the fact that they don't have the masculine characteristics to actually provide for a woman.
All right, let's keep going.
And be the leader of a family. The best part about them.
First of all, most of these women are in competition with their husbands. That's number one. Husband say no, mother say, wife say yes. They in competition. Second, when, like I said, when she was telling them women to use men for money, everything was all good until Drizzle, until he turned the tables and said, well, if it's all right for them to do that to us, then it's all right for us to do that to them.
Providers. I've had so many girls that stay in relationships for years because the guy convinces them that they're a provider even when they're not providing.
Right.
And they future project to these women and they're like, yes, when we're married and when we have kids, I'm gonna like buy you everything and you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom. Just for that to never happen.
Again, stay at home mom. Okay. If you don't have money already, if you don't have an inheritance, if you're not making a lot of money, if you don't have a lot of money saved up, you are committing financial suicide and you're going to struggle your whole adult life. Don't buy into that. That don't make them act right, man. You'll be at work, 2-3 jobs. They'll be at home flirting with some guy online.
So now I'm really glad men are really, standing up and being like, hey, I want to be treated like a woman. Because now women like us that want a provider and that want to stay in our feminine energy.
And what's your body count? That's what I want to know. What's your body count? What's the nastiest thing you done did? While you want somebody to provide for you, what have you provided for others? Oh, I know. I can look at you and tell.
Know who not to date.
Right.
And just how there are women like us that would never touch a guy like that with a 10-foot pole, surprisingly, there are women that want that. There are women that want to take care of a man. Because just like how those...
Are we done? Do I need to come with a part 3? We'll see, y'all. We'll see. Thanks for watching.